It's Josh and Rachel here at Porter Valley Ranch, and today is the first day of fall. It's also the first day that it feels like fall. Here in Oklahoma, we usually start cooling down around the middle of August to the 1st of September. But this year it's been hot. It's been in the mid to lower 90s most days, even here into September. So we've been hot, our animals have been hot, our plants have been hot, our air conditioner bills have been crazy, and it's been really hard to just keep things going in the right direction. It's been a hard gardening year for Rachel all through the spring, through the summer. We haven't had much rain towards the end of the summer. So we are excited about fall. Today is a 70-degree windy day, which is much better than the 90s that we've been facing for the last couple weeks.
So now that it's fall, it's time to start focusing on the greenhouse. We built the potager garden, we tended to that all summer, and everything there was a new experience, so we did a lot of learning along the way. Now that it's fall, our goals are to bring in a greenhouse and see what we can continue to grow through this season and even through the winter. And then we were approached by this company and we got to check out their page, and we found one that we're excited about trying.
The greenhouse that we went with is a 20 by 10 by 7, which is a pretty big size, especially for what we're calling a semi-permanent structure. So we've got this size because obviously we wanted a lot of space. The garden that Rachel was using this year was really big, so we were able to spread things out. We didn't get the harvest that we wanted just because it was a really strange summer for gardening, but we were able to spread the plants out and grow a lot of variety and things like that. So we went with the biggest size that they had to offer, and we're actually going to take it and put it into our garden. Whenever you put this, you would either have to build raised beds or do containers inside of it. So we're actually going to attempt to open it and put it over some of our existing raised beds up here in the garden. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the covering. Goes over the top. You can see it's kind of like a clear tarp material. Has some sort of fibers going through it. So hopefully it'll stand up to the Oklahoma wind. Comes with gloves. That's unique.
I'm gonna say it gets hot.
Do what?
I'm gonna say it gets hot. Like
what?
Metal, maybe.
Oh. Maybe. So we have a bag of stuff. And if you're like me, whenever you build things, they always give you spare parts, because whenever you're done building it, there's always things left over. Some people think that that's because you did something wrong, but I just assume that all manufacturing companies give you spare parts. Then we have all these poles. There's like a bunch of number 1s, some number 3s, and some number 7s. I don't know. So we are going to get the instructions out and we're going to start setting this up, and we'll see how long it takes us. It is currently 10:45, so we'll let you know how long it takes to set it up. All right, so we got the frame of the greenhouse put together. It took about 2 hours. Luckily, your brother-in-law Johnny stopped by to feed some grass clippings to our sheep, and we convinced him to help us out with the frame. So first piece of advice is to get better tools. The little wrench that it came with an Allen wrench and then like a hex wrench. And the hex wrench, it was not very high quality, but we just got some standard 10mm wrenches, and that made it go quicker. So about 2 hours, we got the frame put together. It seems like it's pretty sturdy, but we did notice that the stakes that it came with are kind of like standard small tent stakes. And as you can tell by today, it's pretty windy here on top of this hill in Oklahoma. So we are actually going to use some of these a little bit more sturdy land anchors to put into the four corners and then in the middle, just to make sure that it doesn't blow away. They sent a lot of these small stakes, so if you used all of them, it might work, but the instructions do say to find other ways to anchor it down. So they're not claiming these are going to hold it in place, and we're not going to trust that they're going to hold it in place, so we're going to do a little bit more. The other thing that we noticed, there are no cross braces in the middle. So as far as getting it straight, there's nothing in the middle to hold it from flaring out. So we're going to make sure and measure across the sides on the front and the back, and then make sure that the ones in the middle match. So we'll measure it, and then we'll put these land anchors, and that should keep it from flaring out at the bottom.
Okay, so Josh and I were able to get the cover on, just the two of us, and there are some Velcro things that we had to go around all the poles and fasten, and just doing that and standing in here right now, it's really hot. It's a lot hotter than it is out there, so I think that's going to be awesome for growing in the fall and in the winter. So the timing on this is perfect for us right now. It took us about 3 hours with 2 people, and 2.5. I'd call myself about half of a person on the installation and the tools that were given. So it's relatively easy, doesn't need to be super skilled, it's not super heavy. It's something you can put up in your backyard. We also didn't have to like bring dirt in and level the ground or anything. So that's something that's stopping us from putting the hoop house in right now, is just because we need more stable footing, we need a better plot. But this is really actually going on a slant just fine, as long as you anchor it down really well. So I will do a video next week to show you what we're going to be growing in here, but I'm loving what's happening. I'm loving getting started in this. It really gets me excited and gives me hope that I'll be able to grow all winter long. So thank you for Quictent for sending us this greenhouse. This isn't a sponsored video. They didn't pay us to use it, but they did offer it to let us give them our honest opinion. And so we've tried to give you guys that along the way, what we think is awesome and where we think it could improve and what we're going to do to reinforce it. But other than that, I think the quality of everything is going excellent. You can follow us this winter and see how well it stands up. But for around $249, if you're looking to get into greenhouses, this looks like an awesome way to begin.